Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the Starch Solution. The Starch Solution was a program that was developed by Dr. John McDougall. It is a starch-centered diet where you eat lots of starches, whole food starches like potatoes, rice, beans, oats, lots of fruits and veggies, low calorie density, simple, easy meals. If you'd like more information on the Starch Solution, I will leave a link to his book in the description box below. On my channel, you'll find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes. You can also follow me on Instagram. And if you're new to this way of eating or just feel like you need some support, I started a Facebook group and I will leave a link to the Facebook group in the description box below. Today I'm going to be doing another what I eat in a day. These videos seem to be my most popular and I totally understand because I love to see what other people are eating during the day. I think it's fun, get some new ideas. So today's going to be what I eat in a day. I'm going to just do 3 meals today. And these meals are going to be very, very simple, very, very basic. And this is pretty much how I eat most of the time. And I just wanted to give you a glimpse into that of some daily, realistic, yet delicious and healthy meals. So let's get started. So my oatmeal is going to be very simple this morning. I'm just going to do it in the microwave because I'm kind of running behind. So I'm going to put a half a cup of gluten-free oats in here, and then I'm going to add 1 cup of water. I'm going to add a bunch of cinnamon, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of golden flaxseed. Give it a nice stir. I'm going to microwave it for 2 minutes, stir it, microwave it for another 30 seconds, and then I'm just going to let it sit for 1 minute, and then I'm going to show you how I finish it off. So now I'm just going to finish it up with some fresh blueberries. And then I'll put half this banana in here. And then I like to sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon on top. Now sometimes I'll add my riced cauliflower to this, my frozen riced cauliflower. This morning just wasn't feeling it, and that's okay. So I'm just gonna do fruit with my oatmeal. I'm gonna be eating plenty of veggies throughout the day. And now I'm gonna go enjoy my breakfast. So for lunch today, I'm just gonna do something really simple. I do this all the time. I always make a bunch of potatoes, sweet potatoes, veggies, and I always have those in my fridge. So today I'm just gonna take a Yukon gold potato and a Japanese sweet potato and some broccoli and green beans, throw them in a bowl, microwave them, and then just cover them with my plant-based cheese sauce. Couldn't be easier, it's delicious, it's quick, and super satisfying. So let me show you how I do it. So I just took some leftover steamed veggies, and I've got some leftover Japanese sweet potatoes and a Yukon gold potato. I'm just gonna heat these up in the microwave and pour my cheese sauce over it. And there you have it, your 50-50 plate. Satisfying, delicious. I love this dish. I mean, I eat this probably every day, and I am not kidding. And today I'm just gonna add a little bit more nutritional yeast on here. There's nutritional yeast in the cheese sauce, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Just feeling like that today. You could put some smoked paprika on here. You could do whatever you want. If you want to put some red pepper flakes, a little hot sauce. There's just so many possibilities with this. So I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch. So for dinner, I'm gonna have some pasta. It's a fall-inspired pasta. I've got my pasta cooking back here, my chickpea pasta. So while that's cooking, I'm going to saute up in water. I have a little bit of onion, about a clove of garlic. We're just gonna saute this for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna be making a little bit of a creamy sauce for this. So I have about a cup of chickpea pasta. You can use whatever shape you have. So I'm gonna throw in now about a cup and a half of shaved Brussels sprouts. I had some Brussels sprouts in the fridge that were about to go bad, so I just put them in my food processor and shaved them down. And we'll just saute these a little bit. Then I'm gonna add in about 3/4 cup of frozen butternut squash. This is basically just using what I had in the fridge and the freezer. I had a little bit of squash left over. I had these Brussels sprouts, and we're just gonna let these cook a little bit. You want the Brussels sprouts to get a little soft. For seasonings, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to squeeze in the juice of 1/2 lemon to give it some brightness. I have about a cup of the pasta water. I'm going to use about 1/2 of that right now and just let this simmer a bit. Now to add a little creaminess, I got this PB2 cashew powder, and it has a lot less fat than cashews, so I just used about 3/4 of a tablespoon, a little bit of water, and I'm going to add that to the veggies. It's just enough to give it just a little creaminess. And I'm going to add the rest of the pasta water. So it's not going to be like super creamy, but it will have a little bit of creaminess to it. And if you wanted to make it creamier, you could add more. I just wanted a slight creaminess. I'm going to add in my pasta. I'm going to add a little cracked pepper. A little red pepper flakes. This is optional. And that's it. Just a quick little pasta dish using up some leftovers. And you could use whatever veggies you wanted. Whatever you've got to get rid of, it would work. And it's a little bit lemony, a little bit creamy. It's going to be delicious. And then I will serve it over some baby arugula. So you get some more greens in there and a little nutritional yeast. So the pasta and the arugula, it's a great 50-50 plate. And if you don't like Brussels sprouts, you can use whatever kind of veggies you want, but shaving the Brussels sprouts really makes them more palatable. I find that people that don't really like Brussels sprouts do like them this way. So let's give this a taste. Get a little bit of the arugula, because arugula is very peppery. Very good. I love the butternut squash in there, gives it a little sweetness. The red pepper flakes gives it a little heat. So a really quick, easy dinner. So this really is how I eat on the daily. I don't do really fancy stuff. It's mainly just starch and veggies. And maybe that's boring to you, but to me, I love the consistency, the simplicity of it. And it's very satisfying. And you can change up sauces. You could air fry your potatoes, you could bake the potatoes, I mean you could use hash browns. There's many different ways to do your starches, so it keeps it interesting. So I hope you got some ideas on how to eat on the starch solution. It doesn't have to be complicated. And remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you. And if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, and don't forget to I've got a little bit of garlic. Whoops. Sure I do. Come on, baby. I'm going to make kind of I'm going to be,